Hello everyone and welcome back to my Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous Azata playthrough. Last time we did the Leper's Smile kind of main story event, which was being attacked in a crevice by horrendous, disgusting bugs. And then we searched through that cave that we were just in at the start. Honestly, I was kind of rushing through that cave because it's there was mostly just a lot of enemies in there, but I was running out of time. Do we really have to just go all the way back to the entrance to leave? I guess so. That's fine. Yeah, we already looked at that. Yeah, the one downside of putting Darren on his dog is it means he just legs it in front of everyone. You think Ulbrig would be as fast as him? Right. You know, I think Nest might actually, because we're not going to bring Nenio with us. Nest might be the only party member that can learn haste. So, and haste is really, it's pretty essential to be honest in terms of buffs. So we're probably gonna have to have her doing that. Let's look at the. Oh, we can get some reinforcements. That's good. How much is it to buy? Still pretty pricey to buy the Crusader resources. We wouldn't even be able to get enough for the Hell Knights. We could get enough for the Paladins. Maybe we'll do that. Because we do need to restock our army desperately. After the setback that we'll not talk about anymore. Totally not still feeling bitter about that. Why is there only 7 footmen here? Oh, is this because of what happened at Leper's Smile? Does our army actually lose? Oh, that's even worse. Everything's lost to... That is frustrating. And there's a demon army right there, so we need to fight it. Yeah, it looks like everything loses a certain amount because of Leopard Smile. Is that because we picked up that one bit of loot? I didn't realise that. I guess it makes sense though, because otherwise there wouldn't really be a tangible way that your choice at Leopard Smile would actually affect how the game's going. I wonder if Regula has anything to say. Regel's pale yellow eyes freeze in an expression of polite attention. No, he hasn't got anything else to say.
Careful now.
I imagine Queen Galfrey will have something to say. Did you have a running commentary on our crusade? No, she just says, it's been a long time since I travelled like this. Just another face in the crowd. Thought she might comment on what we just went through, but no. Cheers! Ulbrig takes a drink from the flask he is holding. I don't know what this is, a dream, a phase illusion, or I've popped into another world. But you people sure know how to brew good beer. I want to ask you something. Nope, I don't. Soft grass underfoot to you. Well, we need money to get Crusader so we can pump it back into the Crusades. So let's... the Quartermaster flashes you his usual grin, but it fades almost immediately. What a march, eh, Commander? I won't forget it, not in a million years. I can't stop shaking whenever I think about Leper's Smile. I'm pretty sure I've changed his accent every time I've talked to him. We lost too many good men. Spirits are low in camp. Some soldiers can't shake off the horrors they've seen. Others are mourning their friends. What if we held a wake, lit up the bonfires, poured some wine, raised our cups to memory to the fallen? It'd do the troops a world of good. Yeah, sure. We'll commemorate the fallen. Give the soldiers some wine, but not enough for them to get smashed. Never, Commander. Everything will be proper, solemn, and with due respect for the fallen. We're mourning the dead, not celebrating a wedding. Show me what you have. A minute of... no, we don't do anything like that. Price in descending order. We'll do bulk sell it. We'll just do that first. Sell those. Sell those. Plants and vermin. That's really not overly useful. We'll sell that because we've got another one. I don't know why I always end up clinging to stuff. We haven't got a kineticist, so we'll sell the kinetic diadem. We haven't got a bard either, but the Azata does get some singing abilities later on. So it might be useful with them. Let's not sell off all this stuff. Oh, we could sell some of these books, couldn't we? And wine. I don't think there's any use for them. There's a severed head in our pack. Interesting. I mean, part of me wants to go through and read all these books because I know there's always a chance that they could give you skills, but the skills generally aren't too useful. Deal. Plus we can always buy them back, I think. Yep, they're all here. Well, none of us are really wearing armor, so that's fine. Oh, there's an S stock though. And it's worse, although it is speed. If it has the speed property, that means that it gives us the extra attack that that haste would give us. Whenever there's +1 speed, S stock confirms a critical hit on an enemy, the warrior gets a +2 morale bonus to dexterity, and each attack they makes. That's pretty good actually. It's also way too expensive, so no need to worry about it right now. Maybe down the line. We did get another dagger, I think. Retriever's Claw. This +2 cold iron dagger has an increased critical multiplier of ×3. That's nice. That's +2, that's +1, so yeah, that one's, we'll put that on the main hand. Anything else that we can give to our party members? We've got a few. There's a keen composite longbow. Well, does this? It's the same sort of. Keen's good. Keen gives it increased. So just, I guess if you don't know how the kind of critical hits work, you see on the wicked longbow it says 20 × 3 to critical hit. That means that you have to roll a 20 in combat for it to count as a critical. Whereas because this one's got keen, it says 19 to 20, so it increases your the range in which you can do critical hits, and then other perks can increase it further. So it can be pretty good. Having a higher critical range can be very useful in the long run. A belt of dexterity, we'll give that one to Ulbrig because we've already got one. We don't really need any of those, do we? I bet Ulbrig can learn haste, but it'll be with Eldritch Scoundrel, so we'll never actually be able to use it. Can Ember or Darren cast haste? Yeah, they've got the haste scroll. So having a fair few haste scrolls about is useful as well.
That's easy.
Okay. We're going to rest up. So we did a lot in the last... we did a lot without resting in the last episode. Let's just rest for the longest time. And we'll put Nenio on scroll scribing. And we'll get her to make another scroll of haste. The Blackwing Library in ruins. Pity. I was never very popular among the townsfolk, though it still seems the subject of much boasting. Other nobles like to give weighty tomes as pride of place in their house, as an unsubtle nod to their intellect and learnedness. But not you, Count, isn't that right? I am sure you have impeccable taste in literature, and you dedicate every spare moment to reading and broadening your mind. You have anything to say about what we just went through, Nevia? No? I have to go. End dialogue. Let's do some let's have a look at the Crusader map. Ulbrig cleared his name and... Oh, I don't even have time to read that. I don't know why bother. Move you guys up. Our army is even weaker than it was before. We've got a bit more money now. Let's just get enough to buy... Oh, it's still not enough to buy the paladins. The Hell Knights. The Hell Knights are better, I think, but they're too expensive for us right now. And I mean, we can maybe hit this army. This army's level 3. See, there's loads more armies up here. Let's give it a go anyway. I didn't even check what this army was. It's just cultist ghouls. Hit the cultist fighters first.
I wish I had an area of effect attack. Be very useful. That's pretty useful too, though. Can't complain. And now, yeah, try and just weaken that. Finish them off. That's nasty, but manageable. We still have infirmary is still fine. Oh, sorry. So yeah, we got everything back. The cultists protected their caravan of valuable supplies to the death, but the Crusaders prevailed. It seems that the demon worshippers plundered the treasures from nearby Sarkorian ruins. I guess going up would be a bit better, wouldn't it? Let's move these guys up as well, might as well. Let's go to the inconspicuous camp. So when we got, we found a letter with a couple of demons that told us to come here.
Precisely.
And some Elven notes. Crinukh. Crinukh, an aged kobold sitting by the small campfire, greets you with an amicable gesture. He doesn't reach for his weapon or hiss threateningly. All in all, his behaviour is highly unusual for one of his kind. His clothes look quite unusual too. Not many kobolds opt for human clothing, nor do they adorn their possessions with spikes. Nor do they adorn their possessions with spikes or scales.
Greetings, my name is Crinukh. I'm all alone here, so you may safely come closer.
He speaks smoothly, without the usual kobold hiss. Okay, I'll dial it back a bit. Moving silently aside, the kobold points to the carcass of a small animal on a stick roasting by the fire.
Dinner will be ready soon.
Whoa, I've never met a talking lizard before. Well, back in the River City we had a real dragon. Are you a dragon too? Can you turn big?
You flatter me, young lady. Many of my fellows would give up everything to become dragons. Some even entertain themselves with fantasies of already being such. But I'm proud to be what I am, a kobold, nothing more, nothing less.
Kobolds are a rather courteous lot, it would seem. I never expected to receive an invitation to dinner from one of your kind. As a guest rather than a dish, that is.
I didn't exactly invite you, Count. My invitation was addressed to the commander. But sit down, help yourself. Beyond the walls of your fancy mansions, you'll find surprises far more unusual than my humble self.
Who are you?
As I've already mentioned, my name is Crinukh, at your service.
The kobold offers a short bow, an unusual gesture for one of his kind to make. As a rule, kobolds do not express their respect to anyone other than dragons.
I'm a traveller and a friend to the Crusades. I can be your friend too, if you are tolerant towards kobolds.
Crinukh utters the word tolerant with shocking ease, as if he is something other than the narrow-minded and savage subterranean beast you expect him to be. Kobolds are infamous for worshipping dragons and despising all other races, and few of them would even understand the concept of tolerance, let alone subscribe to it. Wait, did you just say tolerant? Are you sure you're a kobold?
Ah, so you saw through my disguise. Crinukh tried to mislead you with sweet words and then ambush you.
Kobold utters in a loud hiss, which then morphs into a musing chuckle.
Of course I'm a kobold. Trust me, you're not the first to be shocked after hearing me speak, and realising that I'm not going to rob or kill you. I'm lucky. If representatives of other races want to be seen as intellectuals or decent conversationalists, they have to read a lot of books, refine their manners, possess a passing knowledge of classical theatre, and douse themselves in fine perfume. Whereas in my case, all I have to do is not lunge at you with a spear or hiss every other word.
Was it you who left me that note? The kobold shrugs.
Of course, who else could it be? I wanted to make sure you were interested in the information I could provide.
Not at the bonfire. What are you cooking?
Judging by its ears and hind legs, it's a hare.
The hobbit casts a dubious glance at the animal's mouth, which boasts a set of huge teeth.
Or maybe it's a tiger. Depends on your point of view, I suppose.
What do you want from me?
I want nothing from you. I'm asking for nothing. I'm simply offering to help. I sympathise with your cause, and so I would like to provide whatever support I can from time to time. Does that work for you?
The kobold stops and looks at you expectantly. How exactly can you help me?
With advice, mostly. Throughout my life, I've seen a lot, and a piece of timely advice can be extremely valuable, don't you agree? Of course, if your advisor is a kobold, the merits are not so obvious. But you are in luck. This kobold right here has extensive knowledge of a variety of matters that you may find useful someday.
After some thought, he nods towards the campfire.
One more thing I have to offer is this hare, after it's cooked.
How do you know so much about demons? Crinukh gives you a long and heavy look.
I've had some experience with them. I don't want to go into details right now. All I'm saying is that after a rather short and not even hostile encounter with them, I stopped eating meat for several years.
What's the catch?
No catch. I'm acting for wholly altruistic reasons. But my motives are something I would rather not reveal.
Crinukh turns his face to you and his wrinkles become more visible in the glow of the fire.
We just met 5 minutes ago. Don't you think it's too early to expect complete candour just yet? As I've already told you, I'm a friend of the Crusades. You can choose to trust me or you can leave. I offer help and ask for nothing in return. So the question is simple. Will you accept the claw of friendship from a stranger, or is your distrust stronger than your need for help?
Thank you. We would appreciate any help. Crinukh nods agreeably.
Then we have a deal. You won't regret your decision. Just drop by my camp every now and then and we can have a word. Perhaps I'll be able to give you some useful tips.
Pulling out a small knife, the traveller carefully cuts 2 strips of meat from the roasted hare. He throws one into his toothy maw while graciously offering the other to you.
A strange animal for sure, but it seems edible. The energies of the world wound mask everything in illusion. Harmless-looking animals try to eat you for dinner. Dangerous paths appear to be straight roads. And your enemies. Sometimes your enemies can look like your friends.
Crinukh squints and looks deeply into your eyes.
Have you ever been in a situation like this? First you think a person is your friend and ally, and then the scales fall from your eyes and you realise they're actually your sworn enemy. So you catch this person, you tie them up, and then you start thinking, how should you treat them now? Like your enemy? Like your former friend? It's hard to decide. What would you do if one of your friends turned out to be a traitor?
Are you talking about someone specific?
Wow, your question reeks of paranoia. No, I'm not talking about anyone specific, and I'm not implicating anyone. The kobold chuckled. I'm sorry, it seems my joke has spoiled your sleep for the next few nights.
I try to find out what would force the traitor to reveal their real masters, then do whatever that is. Could do that, or those who have lost their way must be saved. We need help. We need to help them return to the path of righteousness. I'll go the chaotic option. I try to find out what would force the traitor to reveal the truth about their real masters, then do whatever that is.
The kobold grins. What if you have to threaten them with the death of their family? Or what if you have to grant mercy to someone truly despicable? You don't have to answer. I can tell by your eyes that you're willing to do whatever it takes. And that is correct. If you catch a villain, don't rush to put a noose around their neck.
First learn everything they have to tell you. As for principles and morality, you better stuff them in your deepest pocket, and don't bandy them about without good reason. I liked your answer. You obviously think with your head and don't just parrot the instructions of others. Then again, we're discussing traitors. It's fortunate that betrayal is not reserved for mortals alone. Demons stab each other in the back far more frequently. The rumour is that there are at least 2 demon stashes within Dresden, filled with arms and supplies that were stolen by Descarites and Baphamites, and vice versa. One of them is near the entrance to the fortress, while the other one lies by the entrance to the citadel. Where did you learn that? Gossip, hearsay, the world is an ocean of chatter, and I'm quite a skilled fisherman. Well, that is valuable information. Of course it is, I wouldn't waste your time. Cracking his knuckles, Crinukh gives you an inquisitive look. I hope that when the time comes for you to make real decisions instead of hypothetical ones, your wisdom won't fail you. Just one bad choice can turn a revered leader into a disgraced pariah. I've seen it happen before. I've lived through something like that. My tribe suffered a disaster caused by just one bad choice. Can you even imagine? The kobold squints sadly, his soldiers slumping a little. With a sigh, he begins to talk. I don't like telling this story, but it might be useful for you to know it. Perhaps it will serve as a warning. Will you tell me? Crinukh clears his throat and starts talking in a sonorous voice that reveals his experience as a bard. I was born in the mighty and proud tribe of the Night Ruby. Our caves were vast, our mine shafts were rich in quartz and metals, and our underground lakes were brimming with fish. And of course we had plenty of slaves. The Night Ruby was a model of kobold success. It was a tight-knit, greedy and aggressive tribe that intimidated even a few of the nearby human settlements. But there was a flaw underlying our power. Once long ago, a leader of our tribe signed a pact with devils, promising them the soul of every tribe member in exchange for help and prosperity. Since then, every new Wall Watcher had agreed to the pact, and the power of the tribe grew, as did the number of lost souls. It was like that until our leader Urmark came to power. She was a principled and proud leader who didn't want to bend the knee to hell, so she refused to sign the pact, and all kinds of calamities befell our tribe. The tribe was attacked by its neighbours at the devil's instigation. Epidemics broke out, and then our slaves rebelled. They came after their former masters in the dead of night. Our clutches of eggs were ravaged, our altars were desecrated, and our warriors were slain in their burrows. The slaves paid us in full for our cruelty and arrogance. They hunted us, chased us down through the caves and mine shafts level by level. When we were finally left alone, we had no idea where we were. All we saw around us was darkness, and lurking in that darkness were bloodthirsty and dangerous predators. After raising his voice dramatically, Crinukh suddenly stops, and then he adds with a teasing smile, I think this is moment enough of a cliffhanger to stop there. I'd like to know more about you. I'm flattered, but what's so special about me? I've never accomplished any feats on the battlefield, I don't know any special crafts, and I don't even belong to an exotic species. I don't have the slightest idea what you'd find so interesting about me. What do you do? I'm a travelling bard, and I can already foresee your next question. How does a bard who also happens to be a kobold manage to earn a living? All the civilised races of Avestan know that when you encounter a kobold, the best course of action is to smash its skull, trample it with a horse, then burn the remains just in case. Well, the prejudice that civilised people have regarding my kind is quite understandable. Our infamy as robbers and murderers is more than deserved. So just imagine this spectacle in any tavern when an articulate kobold in decent clothes shows up, offering to share a story or two for a few coins and a mug of ale. I assure you, no matter how big of a deal you are here, if we drop by any tavern in Andoran, all eyes will be on me. I'm an exotic oddity. Why did you decide to come here, to the Worldwound? I just don't like it when the residents of the lower planes get involved in the lives of mortals. I firmly believe that we don't need any advisors to help us handle our own affairs. We need overlords even less. You're different from other kobolds.
So you were expecting this stupid kobold to praise dragons and boast and hiss his exploits?
Crinukh grins mischievously.
My life has given me many opportunities to communicate with beings from other races, so I found a common language with them.
Remind me who you are. Yeah, we've already heard that. I have no more questions.
That's good, because I'm starting to run out of answers.
I have a question about demons. You mentioned you know a lot about them.
My humble knowledge is at your disposal.
What is the demon's main weakness?
It is a fact that they are hostages to their own nature, and by their nature, demons are just a bunch of mad apes, a grotesque parody of ordinary chaos. You don't need to make a bunch of apes angry, you just need to give one of them a banana and arm the other with a stick. They'll kill each other without your direct intervention.
How do you know so much about demons? Yeah, we already asked him that. Do you know anything about wounds inflicted by demons that...
Yeah, I've stopped eating meat for several years.
do you know anything about wounds inflicted by demons that first appear, then disappear, then later reappear again?
Do I need to resort to platitudes, such as the weirdest tricks can be expected from demons, or can I just skip that part? I've never heard of anything like you're describing, but new sorts of nasty stuff appear in the world wound every day. However, if we think about it some more, don't you think that this wound doesn't cause enough trouble to be something the demons did... Don't you think that this wound doesn't cause enough trouble to be something the demons did to you on purpose? When you're hit by the magic of the abyss, you know instantly that death is coming your way, and fast.
Everything is clear to me now.
That's a bold statement.
Have you heard about my unusual powers?
I've heard you're either extremely lucky or quite the opposite. You survived the massacre in Crinukh just to spearhead a new suicide mission. On the other hand, you survived then, and most likely you will survive now. Good luck in this noble endeavour.
I've got suspicions about you.
Here we go. I come in friendship and right away I'm distrusted. So what is it that's got you worried?
Your words are full of mysterious omissions.
What can I say? I'm a kobold of many secrets and contradictions. I keep my mouth shut and the rest of the world at an arm's length. That's just my nature. I can't help it.
I have nothing to say just yet.
Well, that's good. I was starting to worry. I could almost hear the noose swinging on the gallows already. I don't want to be the first kobold in history to be executed for crimes I didn't commit.
I'd like to hear the story of your travels.
It's a long one. Which part would you like to know?
Oh, we've already asked him about his tribe, so that's fine. We're not going to attack him. I like this guy. I have to go.
Good luck. I believe you'll need it.
Always watch your back.
What a friendly little goblin, or kobold, I should say. Anything around this map that we can search? No, doesn't look like it. Unless there's some way down there, but I don't think there is. Nah, yeah. We're at the end. Okay. That's good enough. Although that reminds me, we should really look around the camp a bit. To see if we can find any sign, because we know that there's a traitor in our midst, or we suspect at least that there's a traitor in our midst. So let's hop back to camp. Let's turn this on again for perception, because, well, it'd be a if we're trying to find something, perception is king. Let's go in here.
What's that glitter?
Interesting. I don't know why I'm being cagey. I do. I don't want to spoil things for viewers, but I do know where to look. Strange perfume. A small bottle with a unique scent. It smells of something sweet with the occasional harsh notes, like the air before a storm. Noran? How can I help you? I'll be glad to help any way I can, but how? That's the question. When we fought the swarm of Veskavars, someone put a handkerchief soaked with pheromones in my pocket, which attracted the insects. I found a vial of the same pheromones in your tent. Nuran's cheeks blush a little. That's my perfume. Perhaps it's strange to take perfume on a crusade, but you see, Knight Commander, it is my reminder of a more normal, peaceful life. What I'll go back to after we've won. And besides... Her cheeks blush even more and her voice drops to a whisper. The smell drives men insane. I have no idea how this smell affects infernal insects. I'm a historian, not a demonologist. Perhaps some malicious person used my perfume to lure the Veskavars to you, but I swear it wasn't me. Maybe... Nuran again lowers her voice to a whisperer. Maybe one of my admirers is trying to hurt you and set me up? Why would someone that admires you try to set you up, Nuran? I have to go. If you have any questions, come back. Yeah, so, that's pretty, that's kind of suspicious, Nuran, not gonna lie. Tell me about the Eagle Watch. Irabeth, it was a small order created to fight not only demons, but also the enemy within. To maintain the purity of the paladin ranks, prevent hearsay, and identify spies. And it failed miserably at that. The Templars of the Ivory Labyrinth infiltrated it and formed their nest within its ranks. After the Queen entrusted me with leading the order, Anevia and I practically built it from scratch. We got rid of the dead weight, people who weren't committed. We organised ways of to transmit messages and orders safely. We introduced reliable ciphers. We found tacit allies around the city, from Crusader orders to street beggars. This was my personal crusade, to purge the city of Templars who had infested it. And I thought I was winning. I could feel it. We were so close to driving the cultists out of Canabaris, but... Irabeth frowns. It's hard to admit, but those successes didn't count for much once the demons entered the city. On the contrary, if it wasn't for you, there wouldn't be a headquarters at the Defender's Heart. The cultists would have served up the city on a platter to the demons. The lines on Irabeth's forehead soften. Yes, that's true. It's a good thing we achieved something. Thank you. So it turns out that the Queen has her head of counterintelligence watching me. I wonder why. You think the Queen doesn't trust you? If that were true, she wouldn't have put you in charge of this army. My main task is to be your advisor until you've gained enough experience as a commander. As for counterintelligence, Anevia and I were tasked with keeping an eye on your inner circle. But you're not under suspicion, Commander. You're under our protection. I have to go. Irabeth says goodbye with a short bow. I am going to have to search your tent, though. Anevia, you're just everywhere. I thought you were inside my tent. Hmm? The massive bed is clean and neatly made. It's just a bed. Nothing to worry about.
Careful now.
Hey Leota, we're gonna do your quest soon. Social? Nothing new to say? Anything going on in here? No. Okay, we don't need to look around the whole thing. Darren? Nope. Actually, it might be worth seeing what Fisali has. Who's that boy with you? This one, Kaido the Shepherd, my apprentice. He's a smart boy and his faith is strong. He serves Aras still, though, but there's still something he can learn from an old servant of Adabar. He'll be a great cleric when he gets a little older. Show me the scrolls you're selling. Or more importantly, is there anything good that's not too expensive here? Nothing I can afford, sadly. No, that's alright. Right, let's get back to the Crusades. One sec. Yeah, let's get back out. This is a fine party. Have we got any more movement with it? No, we need to rest before our army can move again. We'll go and pick at these smaller armies, I think, and avoid the stronger ones because we know what that leads to. Although the game seems to think we can take out that fort, maybe we can. I don't want to open the way to Canabris too quickly. Let's just go. So this is Ulbrig's side quest, isn't it? We'll just rest. Yep, that's all fine. Begin resting.
Knock knock. Who's there? Para. Para who? Paralictor Regil.
No, you're supposed to say knock knock, and I'm supposed to say who's there, and then you reply. Go on, try it again.
Everybody loves Ember. How could you not? Continue. Can our armies can move. Firstly, we'll move these guys up across the river. Let's go hit that number 2. Yeah, we'll hit this weak army. The more we can level up our general, the better. That's good. No bother. It's so sad seeing these at 45 and 47. There were these we had like 200 guards before. Oh yeah, 200 soldiers before. Lovely. The dretches hitched to overloaded carriages had no chance of escaping, and their masters preferred death over giving up their cargo without a fight. The wagons were full of treasure plundered in the chaos of battle for Canabris. That's fine. Maybe go and get that 3 army too. Before we do, let's check. It's slightly bigger. Oh, we can afford the Hell Knights now. We'll get them. So yeah, 18 Hell Knights counts as a level 2 army on its own. So they're definitely worth having, I think. Unless you really didn't want to use them for role-playing reasons. Yeah, we can take them. As usual, start with a fireball. Maybe we can kill these guys. Yep. Hit the cultist fighters. Also hit the cultist fighters. Oh, lovely. Just stay there. You can also stay there. Yeah, the cultist fighters I'm most scared of. So kill them. Great. Hit the locust swarm. You can also hit the locust swarm. Yeah, finish these ones off. Easy. Discari's slaves fought fearlessly and relentlessly, like insects swarming around a flame without any awareness of what they were doing. When the last of the demons had fallen in battle, the Crusaders could finally take in what exactly they had been fighting for. For many years, these old salt mines had provided the local alchemists with their most valuable ingredients, and now they would do so again. Material points. I'm not entirely sure what they do. Maybe they're for later. There's level 4 army here. Can we get to that? There's a lot of bugs there. Let's just head back. Oh, we can add these guys to the army too. That's good. And yeah, we just want to wait for the Hell Knights to come up, I think. Where's... I'm not going to use these guys for anything. You can just sit in the camp. Unless... Yeah, this is still max 5 out of 5. So I think we will... What time is it? I've still got time. We'll go in here and do Ulbrig's. Current Glen. The small Sarkorian village was the home of the Earlist clan in Ulbrig's time. More than a century has passed since then. Enter. Always buff to be safe. There's mage armor. Darren, you can get... We'll do the buffing first. I like the longer buffs. I think at least putting those on at the start makes sense because they last a decent amount of time, so it's not something you have to do over and over again. Land, you can do your own.
We'll make things right.
And then heroism. It doesn't make for the most entertaining of viewing though. Definitely understand that. That's...
I always have the upper hand.
Oh, Darren, just do a bless. Why not? And then get on board.
I welcome your company.
Get on board your dog.
Precisely.
Might be trap, might be treasure.
But how? Who could have?
Ulbrig gazes at the time-ravaged remnants in confusion.
I visited here just a month ago. Everyone was alive. But how?
I'm sorry. Ulbrig mournfully shakes his head.
No, no. I don't believe it. It's impossible. This is all fake, an illusion conjured by Oglins to hide the real village from away from my prying eyes.
Ulbrig's eyes madly dash from one decrepit wreck to another.
We must search everything. Find the people. Learn where they're being kept. Free them. And snap the horns off the puskies that did it.
He's struggling to believe what's going on. To be fair, I would, if you woke up 100 years later. The people abandoned their village, but why?
Always watch your back.
I don't know if we passed off. Oh no, we failed that check.
See, War Chief. Someone still lives here after all. Must be a spirit. And it doesn't look hostile. This isn't what I expected to see here.
Knowledge world check. Examine the tree. Success. Strange thick pus is oozing out of the corpse. It must be the reason the tree is covered in corruption. Getting rid of the corpse would be a good idea. It will stop the decay from spreading. An athletics check. Take the corpse down. You take the corpse down effortlessly.
Thank you, War Chief. Bit of a load off my chest.
A rotten heavy shield is on there. Okay, let's go this way. Oh. Oh, there's a ghost there. Ghostly shapes flutter in the air. It appears that the spirits of dead Sarkorians are still lingering in this place. What do you want, lost souls? The ghost just look at you blankly. It seems you will not be getting an answer. What do you think, Ulbrig?
Happy lives leave no spirits. That much we know. What exactly a spirit needs, though, is something even an experienced shaman can't always work out. Let's take a good look around this place. Maybe we'll find some kind of clue.
We shouldn't stop here.
Fair enough, War Chief. Let's keep moving.
Oh, they're hostile. Howling Spectre. Try an instrument of freedom. Did pretty well. Pretty well. Land, take a shot.
You've crossed the wrong mountain.
Ember, you can. They've got fear effects on them, haven't they? So do Unbreakable Heart on Ulbrig. And Wardy, if you can move up too. Ulbrig. No. Darren. That's fine. What did he say?
These corpses look suspicious. Be careful with them. I have a feeling these aren't the kind that lie quiet.
You won't survive
Yeah, they look a
another
bit,
obstacle.
Yeah, there you go. Do mirror image, Warjiff. Do prayer, Darren. And Nest, you can do a
Cover me.
attack. As can you, Ulbrig. Do a scorching ray, Ember.
Endure this!
Cover me, all right?
I will see to your demise!
I'm curious what's going on here. This is actually not something I've seen before.
If there's gold,
Completely
it's
new to
fine.
this. This building is larger and more solidly built than the rest. It must be the house of an elder or a chieftain. Oh, I thought I was going to activate that then. Disarm the trap, Warjiff, please. Thank you.
This is my kind of work.
I don't know if you can fail trap disarming. You can fail lockpicking, but... Or maybe it's just because Warjiff's skill's so high. Okay. A blessed amulet. Okay.
Can't hide from me.
Strange charm. Okay. This used to be a passage leading to another part of the village, but it was destroyed in a landslide.
Careful now.
Okay. Where can we go then? Oh, there's a cave. I think that's where we can go. Hmm.
Pretty good, aren't I?
I'm always suspicious when there's little alcoves, because it's like... Get back! Do not disturb the repose of the damned! Restless spirit. Leave! This valley of sorrow and grief is no place for the living. The spirit's voice resonates with pain. Why are you telling me to leave? Leave. It hurts too much to sense life near me. I'll tell you nothing. Persuasion. Please tell me your story. Failed? Oh. Discover why the spirit is restless. The spirit howls terribly. Open your eyes. This place is cursed. There is no saving it. Your life will be snuffed out just like... Go! I have to go. It's for the best. Why is this spirit restless? Oh, there's that dog again. Oh. So, Ulbrig's voice is deceptively calm, and only the vein pulsing in his shaved temple betrays his true feelings. He slowly looks around the dungeon, breathes in the fetid air, runs a hand along the wall, and studies the grime clinging to his fingers. So, did you not know about this place? Of course not! How could I have? I thought it was just a place for storing things. What is this? It's a shrine, War Chief, and not one you would build to honour the gods. See this altar? It wasn't no goat kids they butchered here. Ulbrig clenches and unclenches his fists. His fingers are turning into sharp claws for a brief moment. A vile cult of some man-eating filth right under our feet. What happened here? A slaughter. First the ritual kind, followed by the regular sort. So it wasn't Oglins that put our village to the torch, it was people. They sold themselves out to the Oglins and raised arms against their own. So your kin from this village were worshipping demons? Ulbrig scowls, his gaze roaming between you, the bones scattered on the floor, and the blood-streaked altar. In the end, he stubbornly shakes his head. No, I do not believe this. It cannot be. These were my kin. We drank from the same flagon. Surely I would have noticed if they were up to this foul business. If it wasn't your kin, who did it? How do you explain what we found?
It must have been outsiders of some kind. Heck, maybe they weren't even from Sarkoris. The border's a stone's throw away from here. They came brandishing their cult, killed everyone, and built this rotten thing in the cellar to shift the blame to our people. That's what happened. Well, just you wait, you blackguards!
Ulbrig shakes his fists at the invisible strangers. Stop denying the obvious.
What makes you think anything here's obvious? We're up to our necks in oglins, demons, fae, angels, and all kinds of things that go bump in the night. And you know how fond they are of messing with mortals, don't you? No, you can't trust your eyes. You've got to follow your heart. And my heart is telling me our people would never do something like this.
Did people worship demons in Sarkoris?
Folks worshipped all kinds of things.
Ulbrig pensively tugs at a lock of red hair.
We're not men deviants. We don't teach others to which belief is right. Of course, most stuck to the gods and spirits of their homeland. But if the otherworldly powers called and you answered, worship Polaris foes and backside or Puxy on a flying broom if you like. Nobody will bat an eye unless you start pestering others with your faith. There was a big commotion in Sarkoris, as I recall, when the troublemaker Aradin showed up. Back then, some god of crickets or grasshoppers had gained quite the following. Can't remember which. Those crackpots minded their own business until that bigwig from Absalom, a living god and all, proclaimed they were worshipping Oglins. Drove them off, set fire to their shrines. They turfed him out of the country, which was fine by me. We should have started hounding somebody else, mark my words. He should have started hounding somebody else, mark my words.
Aradin waged war on the cult of Discari, the Locust Lord, the one we are currently fighting.
Did he? So Aradin was right after all. You don't say. And we called him every name under the sun.
Ulbrig scratches the back of his head.
But no, we must have taken against him for a reason. If that Lord of Weevils was so nasty, why didn't Aradin put an end to him along with his cult? So much for being a living god. He came here, made a mess, didn't finish what he started, and skipped back to Absalom in time for tea. That's no way to do a job now, is it? No, it's not. Pah!
What are we going to do next?
Not so much. Not much to do, is there? The ones who did this to my kin are long gone. We won't be able to handle it alone.
Ulbrig's fingers plunge into his beard.
So that's that. This is serious business. We need help. Let's head up to the Stone of Voices. In an hour, the whole of Sarkoris will know of this slaughter. They won't be able to hide from an entire country. Come on.
There is no more Sarkoris, Ulbrig. We keep telling you this. Oh. Enchanted animated longsword. Okay. There's living weapons.
Stab their backs.
Slightly worrying.
Stab you or zap you. Why not both?
Make every strike count.
Surrender or else.
I'll make short work of this. Out of my sight.
Instrument of freedom, I guess. Missed. Not a fan.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
I wasn't expecting to have floating weapons in here, I must say. I guess we go further up here. Oh. Before we go outside, let's see if we... I have a feeling that this... Feeling that if we loot the corpse... Yeah. Your greed will become your curse. Oh. So taking that failed the quest. Oh, whoops. I did kind of think that was going to happen, but still did it anyway. There's probably a way to find that out if we were just patient, but...
You won't survive me.
Oh.
I'll loot your corpse.
Precision and grace.
Do a...
Distract them from me.
Sorry, Spirit. Although you did seem pretty upset. Okay, let's carry on outside. War Chief, looks like we just disarmed some kind of trap. See, it makes the puzzles a bit obvious if there's only one thing to put in there.
That's easy.
Well, it's nice to not have to fight these elementals. Another cave. The wolf spirit is there. Looks like the spirit is leading us to the Storm of Voices. A good sign.
This is my kind of work.
This rushing river, known as the Frigid River, used to be the beating heart of the entire settlement. And fishing was the primary trade for the local residents. No, I don't want to attack the thing. I want to lockpick this very small
This is my kind of work.
emerald. Nice. There's another cave there. This is actually quite a big area for a companion quest. They're usually a little smaller. Oh, I guess that's like a shortcut back if we knock the tree over.
There it is, look! The Stone of Voices, and scarcely a mark on it. Now I'll find out what's going on here. I'll call the tribes from all over Sarkoris. They'll see the spirits, and together we'll work out what kind of scoundrel is behind all this. We'll find them, catch them, and rip their head off.
Are you finally going to tell me what this stone is?
I already told you, it's a Stone of Voices. What's unclear about that? Or aren't your ears working? A magic stone. Stones like these can be found all over the country. Druids and other folks who communicate with spirits use these stones to send messages to each other. If there's anyone left alive in all Sarkoris, I'll get an answer through this.
Ulbrig, no one's going to answer you. There's no one left.
Enough of your lies! A whole country perished just like that? Not possible.
What was that wolf that called us here?
A spirit, most likely, or else someone sent us a vision. I don't know what it means, but it's a good sign. Someone wanted to talk to us, so they called us to the stone. Looks like not everyone in Sarkoris perished after all. Huh?
Well, I won't get in your way.
I like to see somebody try.
Smiling triumphantly, Ulbrig walks up to the stone and presses his hand against it. Nothing happens.
Hold on. Something's not quite right here. Now, let's see.
Frowning, Ulbrig traces his fingers over the runes, but all he manages to elicit is a weak, barely visible shimmer deep in the grooves of the stone carvings. A minute passes in tense silence, then another. Finally, Ulbrig removes his hand from the stone. Well?
I feel nothing. There's no one there. They're gone. They're all gone. In all of Sarkoris, there's not a single living voice. How can this be? My country is gone. My clan is dead. My god does not speak to me. My time has been and gone 100 years past. Who am I now? Who in the world has need of me now?
Digging his fingers into his mane of red hair, Ulbrig stares unseeing at the lower sky.
Weapons to the ready, some foul beast flies this way.
Georgie.
What are filthy crusaders seeking here? Have you led these people here to feed them to me commendable?
Are you the vermin that destroyed the village? How are you gonna pay for it? Now you're gonna pay for everything you've done.
And here's the little man with red hair. My master warned me you were dangerous, but to me you're just a light snack.
Who are you?
I am your doom. I am the one who'll feast on your remains.
What are you seeking here?
My master sent me to block your path. Your path to a place that's off limits to the curious.
Your master, who would that be?
So many unnecessary questions. What for? You're never going to need that knowledge.
Die, scum.
How brave! I enjoy killing brave prey.
Can we retreat already?
Oh, that wolf is helping.
Is that the half-dead pile of fur still baring her teeth? Fine, she won't be able to save you forever.
Oh wow, he's summoning in quite a lot.
Time to share your treasures.
I'm not worried though. Be an instrument of freedom on the incubus. Oh, it's okay. Land's been something seems to have bugged out here because I can't target. I can't target the incubus. Oh, okay, it's back now. Good, good. Don't worry, Lan.
Cover me, all right?
Oh no, I'll be immune to that. Touch of fatigue on this guy. Yeah, land being dominated. Land being dominated is pretty bad.
I'll make short work of this.
Oh, and it doesn't. Oh wow. This is not a good situation. The creature can still. I wonder if putting Unbreakable Heart on him will. Oh, there you go. We got him back. Good, good.
All your fault.
Is Woljif dead? He's not doing well, is he? Do a force. That's good. Lan hit the lavish succubus. Oh, I forgot. I should have done a bonus attack. Now it's not the time to be holding back on things, I don't think. Darren, you do Unbreakable Heart on Ember.
Out of my sight.
Ulbrig, attack. Ember, you do do a vampiric touch on the necrophage.
Too late for apologies. I'll hit you. You won't stop us.
It's not working apparently. Warjiff just keeps being hit while he's down. Go over here, Nest. Okay, now do an extra attack and a precise strike.
Make every strike count.
Hit as many as you can, man. Darren.
I will see to your demise.
And this is slightly tough. Warjiff's on death's door. I really would like them to stop doing that. Stop doing that area of effect attack because it's nasty. It's nasty. I don't want Warjiff to die. Yeah, do that.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Warjiff suffered a lot.
Miss me already?
No, not prayer. Sorry, dude. Channel positive energy. Get everyone healed. The stone is silent. Where do we go to? Yeah, so that takes us back to the start. There is a cave over here we haven't checked. How long have I been going for? Okay, would
I won't let you hurt my friends.
Huh? Ember, no! Sweetheart, we're not gonna fight you. Okay. It wore off. Let's just look in this cave. Reach better magic rod.
Did we find trouble? No.
Oh,
They did.
that's useful. Yeah, use Scorching Ray on the shadow. Great start.
You
Shoot
won't
it.
survive me.
Precision and grace.
Use Cat's Grace on yourself, Nest. And Warjiff do a magic missile. We're doing fine. Do another Scorching Ray. Bonus shot from Lamb. And then Darren, you can come in. And Ness.
Death awaits.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
Something is stopping these tormented souls from finding peace.
There's an athletics check there.
Precisely.
Well, hello there. Ask nicely. Pretty good, aren't I?
What's in here? An amulet, a necklace. Okay. Certainly a lot to find around here.
Always watch your back.
Yeah. Relatively small cave. Okay, I think maybe we have to go back to the kind of main area of the village. That's the area exit. Is that it? Surely we're not done. Have I missed something? Maybe? Thought there would be more to do here.
Careful now.
But it just didn't seem very final, did it? Let's check the journal. I mean, we did all that. Oh, is that just because are we finished? Yeah, it looks like our conversation with Ulbrig. The visit to the ruined village clearly took a heavy toll on Ulbrig. It'd be a good idea to see how he's feeling. Okay, so I guess he just wants us to go back to camp and talk to him. Okay. Well, I think, yeah, we'll leave it there, seeing as we've done a fair bit. Yeah. Cool. Well, thank you for watching. If you want to keep up with this series, give us a subscribe or leave a like or a comment if you're feeling generous. And I will see you next time where we will have a conversation with Ulbrig to start with. Cool. Thanks. See ya.